Hi everybody, I'm Kitt Nyang'aya and I'm joined by Julie. Julie is sitting in my room. She feels some type of way. Woo. She's like, why am I sitting on your bed?
Yes.
I feel like I'm gonna die. Old school babe.
I'm very old school. I am those people who respect people's rooms.
I've already told her she's too young for that.
You know what? I'm old school. I'm very old school. I'm just sweating, but it is well.
An old school babe. But then I was like, what do you think will happen? You sleep with my husband, and she said he's gonna dream about me.
Yeah. I'll be all over his dreams like Julie. Anyway.
Today we talk about something very, very, very deep.
Yes, we are.
We're talking about infertility. We're talking about adoption. We're talking about waiting to have a baby,
child loss,
all of that.
Pregnancy loss.
If this kind of content is triggering for you, this is the moment to stop watching.
Yes.
We encourage you.
Please do.
Don't watch this because it's going to be very triggering.
It will be triggering, but also it might be helpful.
Yes. Yeah. So you decide, okay?
Yeah.
Don't forget to subscribe and like and follow Julie and subscribe
KARIUKII.
to her channel.
Please do.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right. Let's get into it.
Okay,
so the first thing that I want to know is what happened in your life, because you are so active on social media, and then one day you dropped off the face of the earth, and we never saw you again.
Yeah.
And because Joanne was my friend at the time, still is my friend, I reached out to her and I asked her, what happened to Julie?
Yeah. Where's this babe?
What happened
to
this babe?
Yeah.
And she told me she lost her baby. I remember messaging you. I don't know if you ever saw the message, and it doesn't even matter. But then I was like, my heart broke. My heart was broken. My heart was broken.
And you know what? I didn't get it, by the way. Did you send?
I'm sure
on Instagram or
on Instagram, because I didn't have your contact.
I deactivated it.
Yeah,
I deactivated my account for a year.
Yeah.
So yeah, Julie here. I am like she said, I was very active. I create content as well.
Yes.
And around 2019 is when I began being very active.
Yes.
And that's the same time as for you as well, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I was expecting my baby in February 2020, but unfortunately lost her during delivery. And I disappeared. I remember that was the one thing I was like, I will not let people see me in this kind of, I felt a lot of shame, and I don't know why I felt shame. That was the biggest emotion I felt.
Wow.
Shame. It was not even, what is the word for mourning? It was not even, it was just shame. I was like, people are laughing at me in their homes. People are making fun of me in their homes. That's why I disappeared from the face of the earth. And I deactivated my YouTube channel, my Instagram, my WhatsApp, my Facebook.
You hid. You hid.
Yes, and I was not planning to come back even. Yeah. So yeah, that's the reason why I did that. So I took that year-long break just to hide, but I didn't really hide because everyone was going, everyone was saying hi to me, and yeah, but also because I also conceived really soon after that. So I was also hiding that pregnancy because I also didn't want nobody to see it, because I didn't want shame, because I didn't know how it would end. Yeah,
I really want to get into that. Shame as an emotion. I have never. Yeah. I've never thought about it. Yeah, it's like that, and I even have goosebumps. Oh, yeah. I don't know what I'm feeling.
we feel. Let me just talk as we, because there are a lot of moms that maybe who'll watch this who've lost children as well. Yeah. I don't know why we feel so much shame. I think it's also the society. It's because you did a baby bump shoot. Yes. It's because you showed us your time. It's because you did a baby shower. How can you prepare for a baby who's not even here? It's because you know someone told me even showed off, and I'm like, how do you show off a pregnancy? It is there to be seen. Like, what are you talking about? And
wait, somebody told you that?
Yes. I got so many accusations.
Oh my
these are really close people, because now you see I've closed the social media.
You've closed
so these are people
outside.
who are in my house, who are my friends, who've come to see me, and they're telling me it's because you did this. You did a baby bump shoot. Girl, you should not have done that baby shower. Okay, so should not have been in your baby shower. You know she's jealous of you. and all that. And I remember feeling so much shame, and just like, I wish, you know what, can I tell you something funny? I've never been shared in public.
Yes.
We were planning to move out of the country. Then guess what? Pandemic closed the borders. We were ready with our visas. We were going to Hawaii and never coming back to Kenya. That was our plan. Yeah. Then God closed the borders. This
God was like, no, honey.
Just chill, just relax.
No,
like, let's take our time. Because we were ready to sell everything, give away everything, and just start a new life. Because of how I was feeling so shameful. Honestly, I would see people in my dreams high-fiving and laughing at me. And it's what most moms who go through loss go through. You just feel like everyone else is happy, it's just you. And it's so unfortunate because after the funeral, it's just now you and everyone's life has moved on. People who wanted to go to Mombasa will go to Mombasa. They won't stop going because we've lost a child. People will even tell you, I really wanted to come to the funeral, but I have a meeting. Yeah, like one of my mom's closest friend, the day I lost my baby, mom reached out to her, of course, and she's like, please pray for my daughter, this and this has happened. And she's like, oh no, niko kwa ndege, ninaenda, tutongea nikirudi, you know. And I remember just my mom's heart broke so much. Not that she expected her to come back, but you know, her words. Her life was just moving on, and her life was fun, yet my mom's heart has just been completely shattered. Yeah, so that's what happened to me. And so I come here as someone who's gone through several losses. This was not my first one. I have unfortunately also had several miscarriages, and also I had to wait before I started having children. I went through some sort of infertility that was not explained for about 2 years. Wow. So I've been there. I've been there. So I kind of know what people talk about when they say, you know, it's painful, it's a long journey, no one understands. I kind of get it because I've been there. And that's one of my questions as well, but I'll get to that. What, you know, for me, I feel like after is like very difficult. What do you tell people? After what? You were pregnant and now you're here, you're not holding a baby in your arms. What do you tell people? I don't even think there's anything to say. I think it's just for us to be very emotionally intelligent now as the people around their lives. Right. Just, because what do I tell you now? Like, no, like I'm even thinking the local butcher. Yeah. You know that's what I'm thinking about, like just people. It's unfortunate. I had to move away from everything. I moved from my salon. Neighborhood. I moved houses. I changed my environment 360. I was in this other side of town. Now I'm on this other side of town. Of course, because of the pandemic, that helped me because we were all at home. Yes. But I changed everything. Salon, nail guy. Anyone who had seen me pregnant never called me. I've never seen you again. Never seen me again. I think they see me now that I'm back on social media. But what do I do? And those people, I think, who are not in a position maybe to move houses, they just hide. Like, you just go to your mom's or your in-laws and you just stay there. It's something you can't really explain. And I consider myself a strong person, but once you've been through loss, I don't know, you just disappear. So there's nothing meant to tell someone. So it's for you to be really smart. So for example, I used to see you pregnant. Maybe it was not due. Maybe it was you were around 20 weeks. And I can see now this pregnancy is not growing, so something must be wrong. Don't go asking someone. You know, just investigate if you can in a way that's not too weird, but just try find out from a close friend, neighbor, something, and then from there now you will know how to help. But just don't go straight to their face and ask them DM them. You'll crush them into pieces, especially if they're not ready to share that. And that's I found that very revealing. Last week, I asked about it. And people said I was very insensitive. It did feel insensitive in a way, and I'm sure that was not your heart. But and that's what I was. I felt like there's no way. Is there a way to ask these questions without coming off insensitive? Is there a way to ask? So this would be my message to people now who are like me, who've been through loss, delay, infertility, all that. Heal first, because if you're still so triggered by everything, you will not be okay. Everything in this whole world, even someone sneezes, it will trigger you.
Yeah.
So especially because you're in the social media space, there's always be someone having baby bump shoot, someone celebrating a pregnancy here, someone having twins, someone, you know, there's always just celebrations and celebrations. And if that triggers you, you will not be okay. That's not the place you should be. Heal first. Then number 2, don't take everything like someone is attacking you. So for that question is, so someone had waited for 10 years and they just now got a baby, and you were asking, why didn't they adopt?
Yes. Why didn't they adopt?
And
so we'll get into that.
We'll get into that. Yeah. So my thing was like, but adoption isn't the answer to what someone feels when you're going through infertility.
Absolutely, and that was such a big revelation. For me.
Yeah, it's not that.
It's
because
not,
you can raise your children, sisters, kids. You can, you know.
It's not one is not the answer to the to the nini, or it's not like they are related. They're not even cousins.
No, even distant cousins.
They're not even distant. They're not acquaintances
at all.
That came out so clearly from the people who were telling me it's actually nothing to do with
it. Nothing. When you want a child, you want it. You don't even want maybe a surrogate. You just want to be able. It's something a woman, every woman, I think it's inbuilt in. Okay, let me not say everyone, but most women. I know, because I know some of you are
very many women who don't.
But I've seen those forums, those questions in your stories. So I know there are people who don't want kids, but most, I think in the African setting as well, some really want children, and you want the whole process of the nausea, the pregnancy, the breakout, everything, all that, and the nursing of the child, and, you know, all that. So it's something you just really, really desire. So when you told me, why don't you adopt? And I'm like, that's not even, even adoption is not for everyone. It has to be something that's, you know, it's like me asking you, have not adopted a third born. You know,
absolutely.
You've not even thought about it. Yeah. So it's that when it comes to waiting and adoption and infertility and all that, you just want you to be okay because you feel faulty, and that's the thing you feel.
That came out so that in a very big way. You feel like you have failed.
Oh my gosh. And
in some way.
It is the worst feeling, Kitt, let me tell you. Me, when I was in hospital, now the loss is here, and you know, everyone coming to see me was just devastated. I would tell everyone, I'm so sorry I let you down. And people were like, stop saying that, Julie. And I, you know, I hugged my mother-in-law and I told her, I am so sorry. And I was telling my husband, I am so sorry. I know you wanted a daughter so bad. I am so sorry. Even there's a time I told him, babe,
my God.
Don't start.
Julie, I cannot believe that.
Yeah, that's what happens. You just feel so bad. I remember telling my husband.
Oh my God.
I told my husband, you know what? I am so sorry you married me. I really feel like I was not the right person. Otherwise, the right person would have delivered this child properly and given you the daughter. And I gave him this whole thing for, you know what? I'm not the one for you. Please, I've released you. Do your thing, you know. And you know, he just held me so tight, and he told me it is not your fault and you're talking rubbish, and somehow I snapped out of it. And that's an emotion you always feel. You let everyone down. I was telling everyone who was coming in, I'm so sorry. I was telling my sister, I'm so sorry you lost her niece. And you know, people are just like, Julie, are you crazy? Are you crazy? And now I look back and I'm like, okay, maybe I shouldn't have said it. But
it's a trauma response.
It's what you are feeling. It's just failure. You're such a failure. I even told my doctor, I'm sorry. He should be the one telling me. I told him I'm sorry that, you know, this is something you had looked forward to. Yeah, you feel that way strongly, very strongly, that you're a failure in every way. How come every woman is giving birth? Like, okay.
Children are giving birth. Literal
14-year-olds are giving birth. They're pushing their children. Here you are having a CS. Your child is also dying. You in a big hospital here in Nairobi. People are giving birth in their houses in the village. With no sanitation, nothing. And their children are fine. Here you are with all the help you can get, and your child dies. So it's you just feel so guilty, so useless. I remember feeling so useless. Like me and a box of maca, we are the same, you know, because I can't do this one thing that women are created to do, which is, you know, have babies. And I'm just really bad at it, you know. Yeah.
I mean, that messaging is very, very problematic.
Yeah. Yeah.
And that's the messaging that you even started with, like, all women want children.
Yeah.
And that's the messaging you come up with.
Yeah.
Your mother buying you dolls because all girls eventually want to get married. Yeah. Wedding. Yeah. Children. That's literally period. And if you deviate from that in any way, shape or form, you have failed.
You have. Yeah. So unfortunately, society requires you to do that. Get married, have kids. You have a first one, second one, third one, fourth one, you know. And
Oprah with all her millions and her whole whatever.
So I know some of us look at her like, girl, like,
you know, are you sure you're happy? Are you sure you're happy?
There's a part of me that looks at her because I'm an Oprah fan. I look at her, I'm like, are you okay?
Are you okay, girl? Are you good?
Are you sure there was no problem and then you decided to hide through this, you know? And I'm sure she's very good. Yeah. She did lose her pregnancy though at 14, right? Yeah. But yeah, so it's a choice. People have to decide. You know, there are people who clearly said they don't want kids. Yes. And we need to respect that as a society. Yes. And those of us who want kids, but it's still becoming really hard. We also need to accept them and help them. Yes. And you know, we'll talk about more adoption because there are people who've adopted.
We'll get in there.
To hide this. So there are people in the neighborhood who don't even know these kids are adopted. Even some people, their husbands don't know that they're raising a child who's not theirs. Yes. Yeah, because you're hiding this thing so much.
Yes, absolutely. That's actually one of the things, because, you know, the messaging again is fertility is a women's issue. Yeah. And there is no such thing as a man with fertility issues.
That's laughable.
There's no such thing. In fact, if you cannot have sons or you cannot have daughters, that is your issue.
It's your fault.
That is your fault. That is your fault. Because of all that fertility has got everything to do with women.
Women, it is you. You can't breastfeed your child is on formula. Your issue. It's your issue. You have a problem.
Right. And so even if you can't get pregnant and your husband has a problem, you step outside the marriage to have children for him.
Yeah. Just to
cover him. Yeah. To cover him. I love that. I love that term so much. To cover his shame. Yeah. And it's your shame. But it's your shame because it's you who is receiving all the. When are you having a baby? When are you having another? When are you having a daughter? When are you having a son?
How come these babies look like this? You know, if they are born with a condition, maybe a physical challenge.
What did you do?
Yeah, our children don't look like this. How come this one? It's a woman's fault. I wonder. I stand our culture. Our culture is amazing.
Our culture is doing too much.
Too much. It's working too hard.
And you know what I really realized that really came out last week? It's universal.
It's universal.
This shame. This whole fertility is women. Yes. This whole it's all about you. Yeah. Everywhere. It's everywhere.
Wow. Yeah. But don't you think it's more in the African society?
Apparently not.
Oh, wow. Okay.
So you can be schooled and you can be as developed as, you know, till the cows come home.
Let me tell you.
But patriarchy is alive and well and kicking.
Yeah. It's so sad though. Like, it's so, I don't know, use the word pathetic, but it is pathetic. Yeah.
It is quite pathetic.
It is because, like, when will it stop being the woman's fault? When will it stop being the woman's fault?
Yeah. Even that whole thing of only giving birth to daughters. Even with the science behind it.
Imagine.
You'll still be killed.
So, yeah.
Like I have a grand uncle, you know, like a grand uncle who almost killed my grandaunt. Oh no! Because this is the 5th daughter you're having. Where do you think this is?
Yet it is his fault.
It is his fault.
No, that's you talking about a grand. Even in this day
and age,
someone who's gone even to university and they are well respected. Who has gone
through the biology class in class 7? Class 7.
Like onizali vijana, onizali, you know, and it's pathetic.
It's pathetic.
Yeah. Let's release women from these ties that you put on them.
Yeah. Tell me about the loneliness, because I'm sure it is encompassing and you're alone in your grief.
Yeah. So the loneliness bit, let me just take it now back to infertility.
Yeah.
That's the first time I ever felt lonely.
Yeah.
So here you are, you're newlywed. No, in my case,
yes.
you know, we all have kids whenever we want,
yeah.
right? So I was a newlywed, and we were those people.
I like how you're being politically correct.
I am right. I know your people, girl. Like
you people, guys.
I know you guys. So she said you have to be married to have kids. Do your thing.
Do you?
I'm just talking from my experience. So yeah, newlywed, and then now you're trying to have kids, and everyone. All my sisters never struggled.
Right.
I have 2 sisters.
They sneezed pregnant.
Like super fast.
Yes.
So me, I was like, I'm not an exception. My mom never struggled with infertility.
Yes.
So here we are, and 1 year down the line, and I'm looking at my husband like, wait, it's been a year of no protection, nothing. And you know, my husband is he's a strong believer, he's a strong faith man, and he's like, there's nothing wrong with us, let's enjoy life. And me in my head, I'm like, it's not normal.
Yes. And you wanted to get married, have a baby quick.
Yeah, we're just giving ourselves like 6 months of just enjoying ourselves, and then from there we started trying. Actively, actually. So I tell him, go see this doctor, and then I think he wasn't available that time. That visit, and I didn't even have a gynecologist. I just googled a random number, and I went to this particular clinic, and I went. Yeah. And I remember this doctor even didn't look at him. He was just listening to me, and the first thing he wrote was just infertility. Go for this check. And that I still have that paper with me. I want to show my kids when they're older. He labeled me from the first visit. He's not even taken any blood work. Nothing. He just had
from what you're saying.
Yeah, with just I've been trained for a year, and you know, so we're just concerned. And just
I wonder if he would have done that if it was your husband sitting across from him.
I don't think so. I don't know. I'm not sure.
That makes me so angry in a way I can't explain.
So he just wrote infertility, and I remember I shook when I held that paper, because this is the first time I'm seeing this word referring to me, and it's already a label. So here I have this label of infertile. Guys, as in, it's such a lie, let me tell you. Anyway, so I put that aside, and now we are really looking for a good gynecologist. Yes. So we're told about one, and we go to him, and you know, he was like, oh, your period is like this. Oh, good, everything is regular. He's to send us out for some tests, and we did all of them, and everything was coming out good. So meaning you guys are not even infertile, it's just something is not working right. So I was put on a little bit of medication and all that, but that waiting period was about maybe a year. Okay. But I remember there was a very deep feeling of loneliness. When you're going through that period, you just feel, even your own husband, really, they don't feel it the way you feel it. They don't get it. Yeah, when you really want a child as a woman, and you're not able to do it, and like you said, people sneeze and they conceive, and here you are doing everything. You know, you're literally, is there a style? Is there food to eat? Is there drinks to drink? Is there... You know that is.
Yes, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
it's like
there are cells and there are...
times to do...
Girl, where? Me, I pity... You know what? If you're going through it, I'm praying for you, and I'm praying for your man as well, because the men have it rough.
It's now...
You call your husband from work. You're like, where are you? I don't care if we had a fight or not. This is the hour.
It's right now.
Kuja, just as you are, I just need your body. Come here. I'll do the rest.
Please, you can even you can do the Zoom meeting in the background even.
It is intense. Let me tell you, those ovulation days, you worship them like you, oh my gosh, it's intense. There are meals you eat. Yeah. And you know, and now that...
And meals he eats as well?
Yes. Right. So this is from my experience. We had to change everything about our eating. We had to go back to really traditional foods. Yeah. We went back to the foods my grandma would recognize. Right. Yeah, we stopped all this pasta, rice things. No. We went to the real stuff. Yes. Yeah. And
let's get our health in shape.
And you know, it's bottom sometimes just goes back to that, because we eat a lot of junk. Yeah. We're always consuming a lot of processed stuff. Yeah. So it really helped in that regard.
Oh, does it?
It does. Okay. But then really, it does, and also timings, and I can get into that later. Let's do this. But like I'm just saying, it's such a lonely process, because I remember just going through it and wondering what's wrong with me, you know. And now everyone now becomes someone tells you, I had this nice doctor.
Yeah.
And your mom is
everybody is now an expert.
Someone is telling you this, and someone is telling you, yet for me, when I stick to a doctor, I want to just follow what he's saying. I don't like being all over the place. Yeah, so that in your way, you just feel so much loneliness. And now that loneliness is something else you feel when you're in grief. But now you've lost maybe this pregnancy you've been waiting for, and then now somehow you've miscarried it, or you've carried full time and you lost it, or you lost the baby maybe to seeds soon after birth or something else. And it's the same loneliness for your breasts don't have anyone to suckle, your hands feel empty. I remember my therapist told me to buy a teddy bear or a pillow to be holding on to it. But the good thing is I have an older son, so he was little, and that time he became clingy, and thank God he did, because now I would hold on to him, and it helped me a great deal. So right now when I talk to my clients, because also I do grief counseling, I tell them, buy a teddy bear, hold on to it. It will help you in those dark nights where your hands feel very empty. Hold on to it, and it will help in your grief process. I know of a program in the US where they even make one like a life-size baby, and they dress them in the clothes, a teddy bear in that, and the weight even, like your back, the weight of your baby, maybe your baby was 3.5 kgs, they make one the same weight, to help grieving moms and dads. So it's a real thing. The loneliness is there. You do feel it when you're trying, when even people who are going through the adoption process, perhaps you don't have other kids. It's a lonely process, because part of you first doesn't want to announce. No, it's secretive. Like, why are we telling even people? So you kind of feel like, I wish I had someone to share this with. I wish there were forums that talked more about it. When I lost my baby, I went on YouTube and I searched for people who had similar stories. All I could get were people in America and the UK. Nobody here. We don't talk about this. And I don't talk about this. I don't blame them really, because I haven't talked about it as well. Like in the depths of just. But here everything. You are. Yeah, I am trying, but I've never gone into the details of it because it's really hard for me. And it's also taboo. To talk about it. It's so taboo. We talk about death. We don't even post our dead kids. No. Americans will post they're holding their dead child. That's quite, it's I don't know, but so we don't go there as a culture. No. So you can imagine you're alone. You're the only person who has ever gone through this. It's so sad, and I remember just looking for someone who would just share their story and just encourage me. And I found this Ghanaian couple who had lost a child. I keep following up with them also to just find out how they are. So you connected with that person? I did send them an email, but they never got back to me. I still see them posting on YouTube. They really encouraged me, but now I'm the one who's really been encouraged. I'm always commenting on their videos and just really, because I can tell, I'm able to see past the smiles. I'm able to tell, you can see right now from experience. I can tell they need someone, and you look put together. After I lost my child, I've never smelled that nice. Girl, I used to take long baths, soak myself in things that smell, because I wanted to feel good, and I would dress from the outside. But inside of the So I used to try all that, and people can look put together. If someone met me, they'd be like, "Oh, Julie's good." But they don't know inside how bad I was. But I remember just wanting to look good, smell good, feel, my nails were on point, my makeup was on point. I was just looking so good, but I was dead inside. So we had that loneliness. When someone is trying to conceive, you don't look like you're struggling. You try look good, but in your heart of hearts, you're just so miserable. And I'm telling you, so after ovulation, you wait for 2 weeks until now that you expected the period date. Those are the worst 2 weeks. Those are the worst 2 weeks, because you're just waiting. I could be pregnant, and then now then your period comes. You want to die.